Tammy Slaton, who plays the role of 1,000-pound sisters, has disclosed upsetting information regarding a member of her family that has the potential to alter the course of events for the Slaton family. Tammy Slaton, who is 38 years old, and Amy Slaton, who is 37 years old, are the main characters of the show, and nevertheless, the rest of the Slaton family plays a significant role in the narrative. Due to the fact that the Slatons are a close-knit family, if one of them is in need of assistance, the rest of them come together to offer assistance. The distinctive dynamic that exists inside the Slaton family is one of the most enjoyable aspects of the show. Following the recent airing of the 6th season of 1,000-Pound Sisters, the Slatons were as close as they had ever been as they followed their respective health and fitness paths. There have been instances in which Tammy has become irritated with her family, and she has even made threats to leave Kentucky in order to get away from them. It was just recently that Tammy disclosed some devastating information regarding a cherished cousin, and this information may prevent her from leaving the state. The Slatons are a family that is very, very close. Even though they can be annoying to one another at times, the Slatons are a diverse group of people who enjoy spending time together. They are a group of odd people. Not only are they constantly there for each other in times of need, but they have even worked together to achieve their goal of losing weight. Because of how close they are to one another, during the 6th season of 1,000-Pound Sisters, they went to the doctor together, with each Slaton taking their time getting his or her weight measured. As a result of the tight relationship that exists between the Slatons, the news that Tammy's cousin, Katie Slaton, was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer devastated the Slaton family to their very foundations. In order to raise money for Katie, Tammy advertised a GoFundMe page on Instagram. According to what Tammy wrote, "Y'all, I'm so sorry to be asking a big favor like this, but if anyone can help, even if it's just $1, it would help my cousin out so much." Her next statement was that Katie was a member of the group known as 1,000-Pound Sisters. "We are extremely grateful for anything and everything imaginable. However, even if no one donates, they can still pray for Katie," according to Tammy. Will this convince Tammy to remain in Kentucky? Throughout the 6th season of 1,000-Pound Sisters, Tammy made numerous threats to leave the state of Kentucky. As a result of her close-knit family, she was experiencing feelings of stiffness and was ready to demonstrate her independence. Possibly, Tammy will be unable to leave Kentucky due to Katie's condition. Not only would she welcome the opportunity to spend time with her family, but she would also be thankful for the opportunity to be close to Katie. The name, Ms. Slaton Tammy. Happy birthday. The 27th of July, 1986, 37 years old. Origin of life, Kentucky, Kentuck. Relationship status, loss of a spouse. The heaviest weight, 7.20 kilograms. Weight at the moment, 230 kilograms. Complete and total weight loss, 400 kilograms. The followers of social media, 296,000 TikTok users and 843,000 Instagram users. The world of reality television often takes audiences behind the scenes of people's lives, giving viewers an intimate and sometimes unexpected glimpse into the trials, triumphs, and struggles of those they watch. One such family that has captivated the public's attention over the past several years is the Slaton family, known for their appearance on Elsie's 1,000-Pound Sisters. At the center of this emotionally charged series is Tammy Slaton, whose life story and ongoing struggles with weight loss, health, and family dynamics have made her a standout figure. Throughout the series, Tammy's journey has been marked by personal battles that extend beyond the scale. From dealing with serious health concerns to grappling with emotional issues, Tammy's life has never been easy. But throughout it all, her relationship with her family, particularly with her sister, Amy Slaton, has remained a core focus. While Tammy has made significant strides in her health journey, she has also faced heartbreaking news that has affected her in ways few could understand. In recent months, Tammy Slaton received distressing news about a family member that forced her to reassess many aspects of her life. This news has not only impacted her physical health journey but also her emotional and familial obligations, leading to some difficult decisions about her future. Tammy's desire to be supportive of her loved ones, particularly in a moment of crisis, has raised questions about her future plans, especially whether or not she will leave Kentucky to seek new opportunities elsewhere. Tammy has expressed a desire to move away from Kentucky at various points throughout the show, but with this new development, it seems that her plans might be changing. In this article, we'll explore the heartbreaking news about Tammy Slaton's family member, the emotional and practical challenges it has presented, and why it suggests that Tammy might not be leaving Kentucky anytime soon despite her earlier aspirations. We'll also reflect on Tammy's personal growth, the importance of family support, and what lies ahead for her in this new chapter of her life. Tammy Slaton struggles. A history of health and family tension. Tammy Slaton's story on 1,000-Pound Sisters is far from typical. Born in Kentucky, Tammy, along with her sister Amy, grew up in an environment where food served as both a comfort and an issue. From a young age, both women struggled with their weight, and by the time they were adults, their struggles had reached a critical point. Tammy's weight had ballooned to over 600 pounds, leading to significant health issues, including breathing problems, diabetes, and difficulty with mobility. These health problems were compounded by her emotional and psychological struggles, including past trauma and complex family dynamics. Throughout the series, Tammy's relationship with her family, especially Amy, has been both supportive and tumultuous. Amy, who has her own weight loss journey to contend with, has often been placed in the role of caretaker for Tammy, trying to encourage her sister while also managing her own life and responsibilities. The tension between the two sisters has been a central theme in 1,000-Pound Sisters, with Amy sometimes taking on the role of an enabler and at other times acting as the tough love motivator for Tammy. Their complex relationship is underscored by a shared history of growing up in a chaotic household where emotional issues and unhealthy coping mechanisms were prevalent. Despite these struggles, Tammy has expressed a desire to change her life, particularly her health and living situation. Over the course of the show, Tammy has mentioned on multiple occasions that she wanted to leave Kentucky and find a fresh start elsewhere. However, as the series has progressed, it has become evident that Tammy's emotional ties to her family, her physical limitations, and the challenges she faces with her health make this decision more complicated than she initially anticipated. The heartbreaking news. Family member in crisis. In recent months, Tammy Slaton received devastating news about a close family member that has significantly altered her perspective on her future. Without going into all the specifics, Tammy learned that a loved one was going through a severe health crisis that required immediate attention and support. This news hit Tammy hard as she has always been deeply connected to her family, despite the complicated dynamics at play. The family member in question, whose identity has been kept relatively private for reasons of respect and confidentiality, was in need of significant care, and Tammy felt a deep sense of responsibility to be there. This news served as a wake-up call for Tammy, prompting her to reconsider her plans of leaving Kentucky in the near future. Though she had dreamed of moving away, Tammy's sense of duty to her family seemed to outweigh her desire for independence and a fresh start. Tammy's desire to be supportive. For Tammy, this situation represented a turning point. In past seasons of 1,000-Pound Sisters, viewers saw Tammy often make decisions that were self-centered or focused on her own immediate needs. She struggled with maintaining consistent motivation to lose weight, and at times, her actions seemed to be driven by personal desire rather than a sense of responsibility to her loved ones. However, the heartbreaking news about her family member's health crisis seemed to ignite a newfound sense of responsibility in Tammy. For the first time, her focus shifted from her own struggles to the well-being of someone else. Tammy realized that her support, both emotional and physical, was essential in this moment of crisis, and she was determined to be there for her family in whatever way she could. This shift in perspective revealed a different side of Tammy, one that is compassionate, loyal, and willing to put others before herself. Tammy's desire to be supportive is particularly notable given her past history of prioritizing her own needs over those of others. In many ways, the reality of her family member's situation forced Tammy to confront her own selfish tendencies and reassess her priorities. In this moment, the idea of leaving Kentucky and moving elsewhere seemed incongruent with the reality of what her family needed from her. Tammy realized that she had a responsibility to stay in Kentucky and offer whatever help she could, even if it meant putting her own aspirations on hold. The emotional toll of staying in Kentucky. While Tammy's decision to stay in Kentucky and support her family is admirable, it is not without its emotional toll. Tammy has often spoken about her desire to break free from her past and build a new life for herself. The idea of leaving Kentucky, a place that holds so many painful memories for her, has been a source of hope and motivation. Tammy's health and well-being have always been tied to her environment, and she has long believed that a change of scenery could be the catalyst she needed to achieve her goals. However, the news about her family member's health has forced Tammy to put these plans on hold. In some ways, staying in Kentucky feels like a setback for Tammy, a reminder of everything she has struggled with in the past. But in other ways, it also represents an opportunity for growth and healing. By choosing to stay, Tammy is learning to face her challenges head-on and show up for the people she loves. It's a form of growth that may not be visible on the outside, but is deeply significant in Tammy's emotional and psychological journey. As difficult as it may be for Tammy to stay in Kentucky, it seems that her decision comes from a place of deep love and commitment to her family. Despite the complex dynamics at play, Tammy recognizes that her role as a sister, daughter, and aunt is more important than her desire to escape. In many ways, this choice demonstrates a level of maturity and emotional growth that viewers may not have expected from Tammy earlier in the series. Family support and the future of Tammy Slaton. So, what does this mean for Tammy's future? Will she ever leave Kentucky? And if so, when? While it's impossible to predict what Tammy's next steps will be, it seems clear that her future decisions will be influenced by her desire to support her family during difficult times. As Tammy has learned, being part of a family means sometimes making sacrifices and putting the needs of others above your own. In this case, Tammy has chosen to stay in Kentucky to be there for a family member in need, and this decision may affect her plans for the foreseeable future. Tammy's decision to remain in Kentucky is also an opportunity for her to reflect on her own journey. While she may not be able to leave for a fresh start just yet, she can still work on her health, her emotional well-being, and her relationships. Tammy has made significant strides in her weight loss and health journey, but her story is far from over. This new chapter presents Tammy with the chance to not only help her family but also continue her own healing process. The future of 1,000-Pound Sisters is uncertain as the show has followed the Slaton sisters through many ups and downs. Whether or not Tammy will ever leave Kentucky remains to be seen, but one thing is certain. She is growing, evolving, and learning to prioritize what truly matters in life. Her decision to stay and support her family during a time of crisis shows a level of maturity that fans can't help but admire. It's clear that Tammy's journey is far from over, and with her family by her side, she may just find the strength she needs to overcome even the toughest challenges ahead. Tammy Slaton's heartbreaking news about a family member in crisis has proven to be a defining moment in her journey. While she had previously expressed a desire to leave Kentucky for a fresh start, the needs of her family have ultimately influenced her decision to stay. Tammy's choice to be supportive in this difficult time shows a deep emotional growth that will undoubtedly continue to shape her future decisions. Though the road ahead may still be filled with challenges, Tammy's commitment to her family demonstrates that sometimes the greatest act of strength is not in breaking free, but in being there for the ones you love. As Tammy navigates this new chapter, viewers will continue to watch her evolve, both as an individual and as a member of the Slaton family. Whatever comes next for Tammy, one thing is certain: her journey is far from over.